Today we are going to make a line graph in our heart rate spreadsheet. So I'm just going to take my bar graph that I made and click on it and just move it down out of the way. Oh, I have a graph there from when I tried to make one last time. If you have a spare graph there, just click on it and press delete. It'll disappear. All right, click in A1 and hold your click. Drag down through B8. Notice I'm only doing A and B. I'm going to make a line graph of my heart rate before exercise. And remember, if you didn't get to exercise with us every single day, or your section didn't, you might not have all the way through B8, but highlight all of your data in column A and B. Let go of your click. Click on Insert Chart. Remember, it tries to guess what we want, and this time it did a pretty good job guessing because we want a line graph. And now we're just going to go over on the right here to Customize. And let's just work our way down through each one. Click on the arrow on the left. This is Chart Style. I don't really think we need to change anything there, so I'm going to click on that arrow and close it. Chart and Access Title. Well, the title of our chart is Heart Rate Before Exercise versus the date. Little weird, let's just get rid of versus the date, because it's really heart rate before exercise. So I went over here and I deleted versus the date. Other than that, I think that looks fine. I do notice my title over here on the vertical axis is heart rate before exercise, but what do those numbers represent? They represent beats per minute. So clicking on this pop-up menu, go to horizontal axis title. Oops, not horizontal, my bad. Vertical, there we go. And beats per minute. And my horizontal axis title is just fine, so I believe we are done in there. So I'll just click that little arrow. Series. Here's where I can change the color. So I'm just going to click on the line just so you can kind of pay attention to that. And then I'm going to look at all the series things. You go ahead and pick whatever color you'd like. I'll go with some kind of purpley today. You want to, let's just leave a solid line for today. Let's make the line thicker. Let's go with 4 point. And let's put a point size in. Right now they don't have points at each of the data spots. Let's just put a little 2 point in there. Oh, maybe thicker. How about 7? Now we can see the dots. And then they have a point shape over here on the right. You pick whatever shape you'd like. Try a few out. Notice what they're doing to your line graph. Oh, I like my little pentagons. That's totally fine with me. We'll just go with that. I'm going to close series. Go down to legend. When you have a line graph, it should be, when you have just one line, it should be very obvious. If there were 2 lines, we would need a legend to identify each line, and that's why you don't see a legend for this one. So we'll just close that. Horizontal axis. What else do we need to change here? If we look at our horizontal axis, we're noticing it only has 3 of our dates. And the last one does not show up. Very strange. But over here on the right, I see treat labels as text. I bet that's what's going on. Aha! Now all my dates are there. Much better. And let's learn how to slant the labels. Right here where it says slant labels, change that to 30%. See how it slanted it? A lot of times when you have text that's a little bit longer for labels, it's easier to read if it has a little slant on it. Okay, closing my horizontal axis, opening my vertical axis. I really don't think I need to change anything here because those numbers are good, but label's good. Let's just close the vertical axis. Only thing left is grid lines. I don't really think I need to turn on the grid lines. If we look at our chart, the only thing missing is we have not labeled this with numbers. So I'm going to just click on the line again, because when you're learning something new, and just so you know, this editor is completely new as of quite recently, it will automatically open the area that you want to work with. Aha, data labels. Click on data labels. There we go. Now it's labeled them. Not sure why it did not label this one. That's a little weird. I want a value, auto. What if I said to the left? That's a little better. If I said center, that's a little tough to read. What if I say right above? That's why the one got cut off. How about if I'd go below? There, now they're all labeled. So let's go with below. And I believe we now have ourselves a graph. Click away from the graph so that none of it is chosen. Shift Command 4. Take a screenshot of your graph and turn it in. Heart rate line graph. Done.